13 places women want to be touched. Where and how to touch a woman to thrill her. What are the preferred areas for women to be touched, and how can you provide a thrilling touch? These are crucial inquiries, and today, I'm here to provide you with the answers. Understanding how to touch a woman and identifying the right places to do so can establish a sense of security and intensify her attraction towards you. If you're looking to evoke a powerful response, you've come to the right source. Let's delve into 13 locations that women find enticing and explore the art of thrilling touches on a woman. 13 places women want to be touched. Greetings, my fantastic friend. Let's delve into the discussion of 13 areas that hold significance for women when it comes to touch. We're exploring the art of thrilling a woman through strategic touches, an exhilarating and magical aspect of human connection. Touch plays a pivotal role in relationships, adding beauty and excitement to the journey of falling and being in love. As a commendable and respectful gentleman seeking a loyal and captivating partner, it's imperative to understand the appropriate ways and locations for touching a woman. The last thing you'd want is to be perceived as creepy. Striking the right balance is crucial because, without the right touch, fostering attraction becomes challenging. It's a delicate matter that requires careful consideration. If your aspiration is a joyful, loving, and enduring relationship with a gentle and sweet woman, mastering the art of where and how to touch her is paramount. Fortunately, you can put your worries aside, as you're on the brink of discovering the optimal places to touch women and the techniques to make those touches truly thrilling. The 2 phases of touch that captivate women. Alright, let's kick things off by exploring 13 areas that women appreciate being touched. When it comes to touching a woman, there are 2 distinct phases within a relationship, considering how, where, and when to initiate physical contact. The initial phase is when you're not yet in a relationship with her, while the second phase pertains to being in a committed relationship. It's crucial to recognize the substantial contrast in how you can and should approach touching a woman in these 2 phases. Understanding the difference between phase 1 and phase 2 is paramount for a crucial reason. Attempting to initiate touch as you would in an established relationship before actually being in one is a fast track to being perceived as creepy, potentially driving her away. This behavior can be unsettling because it presumes an emotional closeness that hasn't been established. It's crucial to steer clear of such situations. Now that you're aware of this, let's begin with phase 1. Are you prepared? Great! Let's dive in. 1. Her hands. The initial area a woman appreciates being touched is her hands. However, if you're not yet in a relationship, it's advisable not to hold her hand, reserving that gesture for when the relationship has progressed. Nonetheless, you can still initiate contact with her hands, perhaps by allowing your hands to brush against each other when passing something to her, for example. This subtle touch can evoke a sense of excitement and anticipation, making her think, "Oh, he touched me." A moment that she may eagerly share with her friends and celebrate for a week. So, if there's an opportunity for your hands to make contact, go ahead and seize that moment. 2. Her upper arm. The next preferred area for a woman to be touched by a man is her upper arm. There are numerous occasions where you can subtly make contact with her upper arm, perhaps when expressing understanding or playfully giving her a nudge, for instance. The upper arm serves as a non-threatening yet utterly charming location for a touch, providing an excellent starting point when attempting to breach the no-touch barrier and capture her romantic attention. 3. Her back. The subsequent area a woman appreciates being touched is her back. Now, when it comes to touching her back, it's essential to consider where and where not to make contact. Going too high might signal the ultimate friend zone, which is not the desired outcome. Conversely, going too low can come across as creepy, so it's best to avoid that. A reliable rule of thumb is to aim for the area around her shoulder blade or slightly lower. This tends to be quite effective. There's something exceptionally comforting when a guy places his arm or hand on a woman's back. Whether you're guiding her, leaning in to talk, or engaged in another intimate moment, this gesture can elicit a sense of comfort and protection, sparking feelings of admiration. Honestly, this is one of my favorite tips. It holds incredible power. 4. Sit close enough that you're touching each other. This next suggestion doesn't involve a specific area to touch but rather focuses on a tip: sit close to her. Once again, if you're not in a relationship, refrain from putting your arm around her, reserving such gestures for when you're in a committed relationship to avoid any discomfort. Instead, opt to sit next to her and engage in subtle touches while seated. Even though she might not verbalize it, she will certainly take notice. This closeness is alluring and prompts her to consider, "Oh, he's sitting next to me. Perhaps he likes me." Therefore, don't hesitate to sit close enough to each other that incidental touches naturally occur. 5. Hug her. Hopefully, this goes without saying, but I want to emphasize it just to be sure you're aware. She desires you to embrace her, okay? Even when you're in a relationship, there's an undeniable sweetness to a genuine hug. Hugging is universally appreciated, and there's scientific evidence supporting the positive impact it has on your well-being. So, go ahead and embrace it, don't hesitate to share a heartfelt hug. Importantly, this is an action you can take even when you're not in a relationship, it fosters closeness and communicates genuine interest. 6. Offer her your arm. My next piece of advice on how to touch and captivate her is to offer her your arm. It's a gesture that has become somewhat rare, but its charm is undeniable. This is especially true if she's wearing high heels or navigating challenging terrain. Extending your arm to her is not only attractive but also conveys a sense of protection, showcasing your masculinity, confidence, and strength. Additionally, she gets to experience the physical contact with your arm, which adds a nice touch. However, focus on the charming aspect of offering your arm rather than dwelling on the physical contact. Remember this, being a gentleman is inherently romantic, especially in a time when such gestures are becoming less common. When you choose to be a gentleman, you become the exception, standing out in a crowd. In my academy, where I guide you in captivating the love of your life, I emphasize that gentlemen are the most appealing. It's the kind of quality that a woman desires in a partner. Thus, the simple act of offering her your arm becomes a genuinely endearing gesture. 7. Her hair. Now, let's delve into the nuances of touching and where to focus when you find yourself in a dating relationship. Note that this isn't specifically about being married. The initial area to consider touching when in a relationship is her hair. It's undeniably endearing when a guy engages with a woman's hair, whether playfully running his fingers through it, gently brushing it, or tucking it behind her ear. These subtle gestures evoke a sense of femininity and enhance her feeling of being pretty. It communicates to her that you appreciate her hair, fostering a sentiment of, "Oh, he likes my hair." Of course, it's essential not to overdo it, and it's crucial to be attuned to her reactions. Some women may be sensitive about their hair, especially if they put an effort to make it look good for the date. Overall, when done thoughtfully, it becomes an incredibly cute way to make a connection through touch. 8. Her face. The subsequent area a woman desires you to touch is her face. Naturally, this can happen when you're sharing a kiss, placing your hand on her cheek adds a delightful touch. Those gentle caresses on her face are utterly charming and undeniably captivating. They have the power to evoke a sense of swooning and certainly contribute to thrilling her. 9. Her waist. Another area where you can make physical contact with a woman is her waist. For instance, when you're standing next to her, consider placing your hand on her waist. During a hug, wrapping your arms around her waist is a tender gesture. Similarly, when sharing a kiss, placing your hands on her waist adds a sweet touch. This gesture holds a delightful charm for her and creates a sense of closeness. It contributes to making her feel feminine and reinforces the perception of you as a masculine presence. Anytime you evoke feelings of femininity in her, it naturally enhances her perception of your masculinity. 10. Put your arm around her. Another gesture you can employ is placing your arm around her. While I previously mentioned being cautious about going too high when touching her back, putting your arm around her is an exception to this rule. In this scenario, it's perfectly acceptable to place your arm on her shoulders or upper back. This gesture, akin to a protective embrace, exudes a sense of sheltering and warmth, creating an adorable and endearing moment. 11. Her knee. In a relationship, another area a woman appreciates being touched is her knee. Imagine you're sitting side by side, and you gently place your hand on her knee, perhaps on the kneecap. It's a really cute gesture that serves as a subtle reminder of your presence, creating an adorable moment. It's remarkable how seemingly simple actions can be genuinely charming. Never underestimate the impact touch can have in significantly elevating attraction. 12. Her neck. Another area where a woman appreciates being touched is her neck. It's important to note that gripping her neck is not recommended, as it can come off as creepy. Instead, consider gentle gestures, such as brushing her hair away and resting your hand on her neck for a moment, or incorporating subtle touches when you're kissing her. These endearing ways of touching her neck not only make her feel feminine but also enhance her attraction towards you. 13. Her mouth. The next area to consider touching a woman might seem a bit obvious, but hear me out, it's her mouth. While kissing is an obvious choice, especially in a relationship, there's more to it than just that. Think about those movie scenes where she takes a bite of food, a cupcake, or something, and she ends up with a little on her mouth. That classic moment where he gently brushes or cleans her mouth off may be cliché, as it's seen in numerous movies, but it holds significance. The reason it's a recurring theme is that it's a cute way to bridge the touch barrier, creating a moment that makes her feel close to you and intensifies her attraction towards you. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.